into the world of Vionic. And I am so thrilled that you're here at QVC because we have the opportunity to work in tandem with the fabulous people at your company to create styles that nobody else sometimes is carrying. And we take hold that mantle very seriously, and we appreciate you doing that for us.
And look, it's where we've got a great relationship with QVC, and we really appreciate, all the feedback that, that our friends, you watching us here really give us, and we read that and we take heed of it, believe me. That's why we've got wide widths, that's why we're introducing narrow widths, that's why we're introducing different heights of heel. So please keep those suggestions coming because we really do appreciate it.
Well, speaking of heights of heels, this is a perfect little 2.5-inch heel height on a peep toe design that is so incredibly fashionable. And I will admit, if it's 5 degrees outside, maybe don't wear the peep toe.
Yeah, it's not for this.
But if it were 40 degrees outside, I would still be wearing the peep toe. $99.84. This is a clearance price, which means this particular shoe cannot be reordered, so take advantage of the value while we have it. And that's not chump change, my friends. That's a $50 savings you're getting. 4 easy payments of under $25 a month. This is the grayish color, so if you're looking for that perfect neutral gray beige right in the middle with the antique hardware, you can do that. Or a different type of neutral, kind of warmer in its undertone, is the light sand. And this one also has antiqued hardware, but it's a little lighter gold in color. And then you have the black, and the hardware on that is more of a shiny silver. With
I should get you to hold that too. It's that whole black sweater thing.
Oh yeah, you can't see it. It's camouflage. You really couldn't see it at all. That was awesome. Yeah, look at that. You can actually see through where the perforations are right there, and I love that because there are times where I do want my foot to have a little bit more air conditioning, and it is super fashionable.
That's right, yeah, and again, first time in that perfect transitional option, I feel. So you've got that nice little peep toe look and the perforations, and you'll start to see us using a lot more perforation to really bring our categories together. So you'll see it in ballet flats, you see it in some of our close-in sneaker styles, you'll start to see it in some of our booties as well.
You have a surprise hiding in here. Look at this. This whole panel up and down here is not just something that makes the shoe look cool. The whole thing is a flexible goring that's in there, and so that gives you a little bit of flex right there on the outside of where your foot is.
And the reason being for that is because that sits a little bit higher up on the foot. Sometimes if you have a higher instep, you may struggle because it'll feel quite constrictive around this sort of area here. So to have that goring there just means it's going to be able to move with the foot. And those buckle details, they're not functional buckles, but they've also got goring underneath them. So that whole panel is actually going to move forward with the natural motion of your foot.
It's fabulous, and we do not have a lot of time to spend on this, so I want to zip over here right away to Kylene, because again, if you weren't here earlier when we talked about the heeled versions of the shoes, all of the mechanics underneath had to be completely redone. It's not like you just stuck the same orthotic in a heeled shoe. It wouldn't work.
Exactly right. So what we've got here, I'm just going to put Kylene on just a regular heel. We've cut the top off the shoe just to sort of show you. And here's the problem, right? So Kylene's just sitting on top of this footbed. She's not sitting into it. In fact, if I get my little flashlight here, you can probably see that. Can you see that light? I need a new battery.
I can see the whole darn flashlight under there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, there you go. You can sort of hop down there and wave. But there you go. You can see that flashlight sort of through underneath her arch. So really no support. So she's getting that elevation, but all the pressure is coming onto this area here because there's nothing in the middle here to really help disperse that pressure. By contrast, let me take you off that, and I'm going to put her into just to the footbed of the Chryssa. And there, if I'm not pushing Kylene over. But there you can see the difference. Now you can see how that arch support's really coming up to cradle the foot. See how there's now full foot contact there, which means all the pressure isn't going onto one area. It's more evenly distributed. So this is going to feel like you're not wearing a heel at all because you have that full foot contact underneath the foot. That's the difference that elevated technology is going to make for you.
And this happens to be 30% off. That is a $50 savings on a piece that is absolutely gorgeous, that can be worn all throughout the spring, definitely on into the fall, and even later into winter when the temperatures start to come up above, Hoth from Star Wars. If we get a little bit above Hoth level, maybe we can start wearing the peep toes again. But 4 easy payments of $24.96, free shipping, and this is at a clearance price, and it's simply because we cannot place a reorder on this particular design. But it's a first quality shoe. Whenever we get more limited, we kind of feel bad. So we just give you this amazing price when we're limited, and we let you just enjoy it.
And we need to clear some space in the warehouse. And sort of when I used to run a warehouse, it used to be the walls aren't elastic. We need to move things out.
Exactly.
So that's why we put these.
And you know what? Especially when we have things like medium and wide widths and extended sizes, there's a lot of room in the warehouse that's taken up with all of those sizes and widths, which is why you can't find a lot of that stuff at your regular department store. They have these tiny little stock rooms in the back. They just don't even have the means chance to do it. So enjoy this for under 25 bucks a month, 8286-612, about a $50 savings. We're going to be revisiting our today's special value soon if you want to stick with us. But first, we have a whole different kind of lace-up shoe to take a look at right now. And it's a true sneaker.